It's exciting to get invited to an interview for a job you really want, but it's a little nerve-wracking too. How do you talk about yourself confidently without sounding too over the top? How do you convince the company to hire you without coming across as desperate or weird? A job interview is your opportunity to make a great impression, begin a real relationship with the company, and ultimately get hired. But some interview questions are a little tricky, like the ones that throw you for a loop. If you've ever felt nervous or unsure about yourself in a job interview, or if you have an interview coming up, you're in luck. In this video, I'm sharing an exact strategy to help you answer 7 of the toughest interview questions. And hey, real quick, I have a free downloadable interview guide and video playlist where you can get a sample answer for every single question I'm sharing with you today. You can grab the interview guide right here, and you can grab the video playlist right here. I'll also place a link to both items in the description below. Hey, I'm Heather, a career strategy expert helping you land your next big career opportunity so you can grow in a field you love. Now, if you have not yet done so, make sure you click the subscribe button down below and remember to tap the bell notification so you're notified when I host a live training or publish a new video every week here on my channel. The interview is a crucial piece of the puzzle to landing your ideal job offer. It's definitely not something you want to skimp on. You have to get this part right. Your resume impressed an employer enough to advance you to the next round, but the interview is where you show that you can hold a real conversation and demonstrate why you'd make a great hire. You can't just wing it, so take the time to prepare your answers for these difficult interview questions so you can stand out from all the other candidates and land your life-changing job offer. Now, if you're excited about this video, be sure to hit the like button down below. It lets me know that I should create more videos just like this for you. Now, we're gonna do a countdown to the most difficult interview question, so stick around until the end for question number 1. Now let's jump into it. Question number 7. Why do you want this job? This question might seem pretty straightforward, but you still need to be careful with your answer. You probably want a job for the paycheck, for the experience, or to move forward in your career. Those are all great reasons to apply, but you need to take it one step further. An employer is asking this question because they want to see if you would be a good fit with other team members and if your values align with their company's vision. They want to know if you have what it takes to succeed in this position and if it fits within your long-term professional goals. When you answer this question, express your excitement for the position and demonstrate that you have the skills, the motivation, and the drive required to do an amazing job. Question number 6, why should we hire you? Now, this one sounds really similar to the one I just discussed, but it's a little bit different. The focus here is less on why you want the job and more on why they should want you. To knock this one out of the park, be sure to have carefully studied the job description, then make the case as to why your experience and background match exactly what they're looking for. What are some of their biggest challenges or pain points? What problems do they need someone with your skills and ability to solve? Think of your greatest skills and use a brief background story to show how you're the superhero they need to come and save the day. Question number 5, what are your strengths? The key to doing well with this question is to mention strengths that align with what the employer is looking for in their ideal candidate. Again, you need to carefully study the job description and the company's website to find out what skills they are looking for in their perfect person. Then use similar language and keyword phrases to show that your skills and professional talents are what they need. For example, let's say that the position calls for strong communication skills and the ability to create rapport with customers, partners, and team members. It might also call for leadership abilities and providing direction for other employees and managing teams. So you might say something like, one of my strengths is the ability to clearly communicate with all parties and build meaningful relationships that lead to increased business opportunities. Then give an example by providing a brief story that shows how you lived this one out. Question number 4, what are your weaknesses? With this question, some folks make the mistake of saying a strength and pretending it's a weakness. Like, I work too hard, or I'm overcommitted, or too loyal to companies I work for. Do not do this. It comes off as insincere and they'll know exactly what you're doing. Instead, mention a real weakness that you have or that you used to have that doesn't relate directly to the position, then talk about the steps you took to manage or overcome it. You'll impress the employer by showing them that you can look at yourself objectively, that you're not afraid to admit when you struggle, and you're committed to improving. Now remember to grab your free copy of my ultimate interview guide and to watch my playlist on each of these questions to get sample answers that you can tailor for your next interview. I'll link both of them below. Question number 3, tell me about a time you handled a difficult work situation. Interviewers love to ask this question because they want to see how you'll react to unforeseen challenges. They want to know if you can roll with the punches and not lose your cool when things get tough. To answer this question, make sure you keep things positive. Even in a less ideal circumstance, you don't want to throw anyone under the bus. This shows that you're considerate and respectful of your colleagues and that you're not just looking for someone to blame. To answer this question well, talk about a time when you showed leadership and resourcefulness when dealing with an unexpected challenge so that you and your teammates came out on top. Whenever possible, mention a difficult situation that is related to the position you're applying for. Show them how you can think on your feet and make smart work decisions even in stressful times. If you can, try to choose an instance when there was a time constraint, high pressure from a client, or maybe a technological glitch that threatened to throw everything off. The past few years have presented a lot of challenges to pretty much everyone, so you can pick a situation where you had to pivot or change how you did things to get the job done well. The goal here is to show that you're adaptable and that you can solve problems that you didn't see coming. Now remember, for more ideas and sample answers to these questions, check out my interview questions and answers playlist, linked in the description below. And remember, if you're enjoying this video, be sure to hit the like button down below. It really helps this channel out by putting this video in front of more professionals just like you. Question number 2, what is your expected salary? Salary questions can be a little bit touchy, but they don't have to throw off your game. This one comes up because employers need to know if they can afford you. So while compensation is a crucial part of the job seeking process, you almost never want to have an in-depth conversation about salary on the first interview. Try to reserve this topic for a second or third interview. And when it does come time to talk about your salary, you never want to be the one to bring up your ideal salary number. Let the recruiter or HR manager throw out a number first if you can. If you bring up expected salary before they do, you risk either overpricing yourself out of the job or underselling yourself and not earning what you're worth. Now, if this question does come up earlier than you anticipated, you could say something like, I'm open to discussing salary as we get further in the process, but I'm willing to consider any reasonable offer. Now, once you do get further in the process, check out this video right here to help you negotiate the salary you really want and deserve. Now, the very most difficult, most common question you're gonna get in an interview is question number 1, and that is, tell me about yourself. This is by far the most commonly asked interview question and will likely be the very first question that comes up in your interview, setting the tone for the entire interview. So you really need to nail this one. The interviewer really wants to know about your personality and to see if you're knowledgeable and confident about the position. To answer this question well, start with where you are now, then share a little bit about your backstory to how you got to where you are, then be sure to mention your passion for the position, and then how it fits into your professional goals and aspirations. You want to provide as much context as you can to this answer, but you don't want to regurgitate your resume. Instead, pick the main experiences and training you've received that directly relate to the job you're interviewing for. And for an exact play-by-play and sample answer on how to answer the tell me about yourself interview question, click or tap the video right here. And to help you make your next interview a smashing success, be sure to grab my free ultimate interview guide. I'll place a special link for you in the description below. And if you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button down below. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for more videos just like this, and I'll see you next time.